Greetings to all my 10th grade children. I am here for the English class for the Unit 3 Supplementary. I welcome you all to the Z Learning platform. Welcome. Today let's see the supplementary part of Unit 3, the story of Mulan. It's a very important lesson from the last year. Most of the questions detailed questions were asked from this lesson repeatedly. So please go through this lesson, very important and a very simple story about a brave lady called Mulan. Okay, the story is taken from China. It's a Chinese story, and let's see how the story goes. The main characters are Mulan, Mulan's father, Mulan's brother, soldiers and the king. Actually king or the emperor. And in China they call them emperor. Okay, mostly they won't call king. And Mulan's brother is a very small child in the sense is a very small boy, and Mulan was the eldest daughter in the family. And only 3 of them are there. And let's see the story. You can see an animation picture of Mulan. Okay, Mulan is a very brave lady. She is a girl and her father is very sick. One day, Emperor gave a message through a messenger to be informed in the whole village that each one of them, that is a man from each family, have to take part in the war and have to join in the army. Okay, so here in Mulan's family, Mulan's brother is very small boy and Mulan's father is a very old man. He is a carpenter and he is not able to go for a war. So what she does is, she thinks about a plan. When she was washing the clothes, she hears the messenger and she comes run inside the house and she asks her father, Father, did you listen or did you hear the news what was said by the messenger? The father said, yes, I heard. What shall we do now? Like that they were thinking. And what she did is, she went inside, she took a cup of tea for the father and she served it, and she went inside. She asked him to wait a minute and she went inside. When she went inside, she cut her hair. She has a long hair. She take a sword, and sword is W-O-R-D, sword, and she cut her hair and she puts on her father's clothes. So when she put on her father's clothes, she completely resembled like a boy or a man, young man. So like that she comes and stand before her father and she asks her father, Father, how do I look now? Aren't I looking like a son for you? Now your daughter is looking like a son for son of yours. Like that she is asking. And her father understood what she has planned. That is, she is going to get ready for the war. She is going to take part in the war. A lady is going to take part in the war. Okay, so that's what her plan, and she has expressed a desire to her father. Father was not willing at first. He tried to stop her from the desire, from the plan of joining in the army. But she compelled him, that she said, the brother is also very small. My brother is very small. You are very old, and someone have to serve our country, and I will be going to the war. Like that she will be saying. Mulan is ready. Now she looks like she becomes he. He is looking like, but when you write in the exam, you should not say in the he manner. You should use the she only, because we know who she is. Okay, but you have to say she has been disguised as a young man to join in the army. You should use the word disguise. Okay, she disguises herself as a young man and she joins in the army. Like that you have to say. And you can see Mulan is going in the horseback like a young warrior, because she's already have taken training how to use a sword, how to fight in a war, how to attack enemies, anything from her father. Her father was a trainer for her, and she even sling her sword and she shows to her father, Amant I well trained like a warrior, and she already had undergone classes for the Kung Fu also. So she is a very good Kung Fu warrior too. So Mulan is getting ready for the war, and she goes on the horseback and reaches the emperor's palace. Okay. Now you can see here as a warrior how she is using her sword, and she is showing as a brave warrior, young man. Okay. Now when Mulan went in the war, she started fighting in the war. She was really showing a very great confidence and braveness. Her bravery was spoken by everyone. Emperor was really impressed by her bravery, and she was really winning many wars also. And finally, what this emperor did is he made her the general of the battlefield, general of the army. And this Mulan was, till then no one knows that she is a girl and he is a young man, and they were accepting her as a general. One fine day, what is happening after a war, suddenly she fell sick, and inside the camp she was lying in the bed for the treatment. Doctor went inside. When he checked her, diagnosed her, he found out that the general was a woman. He came out and informed the soldiers that your general was a woman, and you all are fighting, you all are working below or under a woman, like that. He was informing them. All the soldiers were really outrageous, that is, they became angry, and they were started scolding her, and they were standing against her. How can we, that because they all are men and they were trained for years under for the sake of the country under the emperor, okay, and how can they be working under a woman, like that? A ego problem came there, and they started fight, even standing, like a kind of a fight also was there. They were all against her, and she was really not well. Then finally what they did is, suddenly a messenger came running, and he was informing that another troop of army is coming to attack them. A battle of army is coming to attack them from the enemy's country. So immediately what Mulan did is, at that moment also, even though she was sick, she got up from the bed. She gave them plans and ideas how to attack them, and finally it was succeeded. She also took part in the army, in the war. She also took part in the war, and the war came to an end. It was really successful. Emperor was really happy, and the soldiers were really feeling sorry for being against her, because they were really making her or underestimating her, like she's a woman, like that. But still, they thought about the previous wars and all, how she fought, how she got the success for the country, how the country was saved from the enemy's hands, and in the present time also, they were again, finally, they were successful in the final war also. So every soldiers were really happy, and finally, Emperor calls Mulan to the palace, and Emperor gives a very good offer. Okay. She is now a general, but now he wants her to be a legal advisor. Why, Mulan, can't you be a legal advisor for my court? Like that, he is asking her. But Mulan was saying, she was not neglecting or rejecting it. She politely says that, sir, I am happy that you have accepted me as a legal advisor, but I promised my father that I have to take part in the war, and I am not going to be staying back here completely. It's my promise, and I have to do my service to my country. I have done my work, so I have to return back to my village town. Thank you, sir, for your kind invitation. Like that, she rejects it very politely. And the emperor was really happy, and what he said is, when you move from here, I will give you some gift, at least you have to accept that one. And finally, he gives 6 fine horses and 6 fine swords. Okay, a horse and the sword is a symbol for a very good warrior. So finally, when she comes to the country town, that is hometown, villagers were very happy to receive their Mulan back to their country, back to their town, and she was really happy to go there with the gifts of the emperor. You can see here how she is being in between the soldiers. You can see the girl, okay, she is among them, but still she is doing her part very bravely and very boldly. Okay, you can see Mulan is standing before the emperor. He is accepting her, and she is really happy to do her service, a great service she has done for the country. When you do serve your country with such a boldness and with very great loyalty, you will be really honored, and you will be really happy in your lifetime. That is, I have done something for the country. In the same way, Mulan is also having the same feeling that she has that nationalism, that patriotism, and she has shown her patriotism through her service. at least from the part of her family. No one is able to come from her family, but she is able to do that for the sake of the country. Hope you understood the story of Mulan. I hope you all understood how a lady was a brave, fought like a brave young man in disguise, and she has saved her country, and she has saved the honor of her family also. Hope you understood the story and enjoy the story. Thank you. Have a nice day.